the animal state by looking at all type of things on television that are perverted. Women living together with men they're not married to, and vice versa. What's going to be the outcome?
You know, my dear brother.
Because they haven't put themselves in a position to do for self. But I'm saying they've degenerated
think about what you do, Raheem. Like you say, the mosque you belong to.
Yes.
I guess you belong to an integrated mosque, what you call immigrant Muslims from all over. Because as I say, it reminds me of the slave who has been working for the man all day.
Yes, sir.
And then he said, well, wait a minute, boy. Come on now, I'm going to give you and let you see how bacon tastes. Give you a little food, you get at the table, you start thinking you really at the table.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where the exploitation comes in. Instead of you challenging, you talking to me, but you should challenge those people that you're with. They have unlimited wealth.
Yes, sir.
How did they use their wealth? Have they used their wealth to elevate the poor? Have they used their wealth to increase the knowledge of Islam? They don't give away nothing.
I would say with all due respect, that's one of the flaws is I'm in variance that you would sit on a prayer cloth and point to the east, Allahu Akbar, and you don't get out within your community where you see drugs, where you see prostitution.
I told you some of them put those drugs in. But Raheem, you're a responsible person. Why haven't you challenged it? What are you? I mean, see. You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us this.
Mm-hmm.
He said, recognize the necessity for unity and group operation.
Yes, sir.
See, you all go to these people as if they're superior to you. How in the world they're going to be superior to me with limited knowledge? I'm not talking about some make-believe when they're talking to me.
Yes, sir.
I know who I am today because I had a great teacher.
Yes, sir.
And they know that I know who I am. It is only some of the deviation that those under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in seeking to be accepted by them have kind of suppressed what they knew because they accused them of shirk, and they go out of their way to prove to them publicly that no, we want to be inclusive because they really think they're going to get something from it. But let me tell you this. You know, we love the truth.
Yes, sir.
We don't go about what people tell us that they believe. That's not the criteria. So we're in love with the truth. We operate that way. And so if we never see an airplane or anything else, that's fine. If they don't like us, we don't like them. If they want to be with us, then that's fine.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So I don't want no confusion, and I don't want people. See, when I see people come on trying to condemn the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the success rate he had, when I see that ungrateful son who's no longer with us, good riddance. And I say that, I'm saying, see, I read the Holy Quran, and yes, I believe it. We don't offer a prayer nor stand by the grave. That's the 9th chapter.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm clear on that. Nobody can make me see this guy in any other light. He dishonored the membership of his father. He went and took a back seat with those people. They still used him. They used him to do nothing. You don't hear them talking about it the same way they did Malcolm. They ridiculed him, mocked him, used him because he thought he was smart, and that's why some of you claim he's your hero. But they showed you they had no respect for him. And when they had his funeral, about 50 Muslims from the mosque, you don't see none of the Arabs, none of those that you claim accepted him, come to his rescue.
I had to ask you something about that. Is it possible to understand that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, that was the leader, that was the teacher? Is it possible to love Malcolm and love the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, even though just making it general?
Look, it may be, let me say, I know a lot of hypocrites that do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, it's clear. Listen, I know people, the Holy Quran tells you in the 4th surah, would you plead the case of the dishonest?
Yes, sir.
See, Negroes allow that kind of room, brother.
Yes, sir.
For their own deviation. Because the Holy Quran said, had it been a near gain or a short journey, they would have surely followed thee. I'm saying and defame the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and set people like you back for a number of years. He knew the truth.
Like he told you, he saw white Muslims that he never saw. The Negro was in jail. when he got Islam. He had read everything. That's what you all said. If he had read everything, he didn't know it was white Muslim. He lived in New York City. Abdullah Basit, who was a Pakistani in 1957, helped write the opening for the Supreme Wisdom. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He knew Malcolm like the back of his hand. See, but you all fabricate these things in your mind. It's like a dream world. And you say, well, it's like one Negro Muslim told me. It's like, well, listen.
Okay.
Said, it's like having two parents and they get divorced. Well, look, I put it to you like this. To me, it's like this, brother. Listen.
Okay.
Now, that's what
I was going to reword it, though.
Now, it's the clouds burning.
Okay.
You see, it is like this, brothers and sisters. I hope people understand, because they say, well, that's why I can't go along, because they down.
Let me tell the people, I'm not trying to cause no barriers. I'm trying to get understanding. Okay,
go ahead. See, I'm a Muslim follower of Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
See, and you can't slander and defame the message of God.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you know better.
Yes, sir.
You know, like when Malcolm was trying to get back in the Nation of Islam after he had made a fool of himself.
He begged to get back.
He begged. But look, what does the Holy Quran say? It said, those who reject our messages, we lead them step by step to destruction from whence they know not. That's the 7th surah, the 182nd verse. Listen.
Okay.
The 4th surah, the 137th verse, it says, those who believe, then disbelieve, again believe, and again disbelieve. Surely Allah will never forgive them nor guide them in the right way. Now, people say, well, it's mercy. Your name is mercy. You understand?
I understand.
But the 9th surah doesn't offer a prayer nor stand by the grave. Now, I'm in accord with God himself. Now, I don't lay awake at night worried about Malcolm, and I'm thankful. In fact, if you saw any of my programs, and I know I'm going to have to go.
See many of your programs.
Well, if you saw any of them, there are times that I've said, I thank God. I look into the camera. And I say, I thank Almighty God, Allah, that I was never moved nor impacted by Malcolm. Either way. Listen, there were tens of thousands of Malcolm. You just didn't know them. Now, look, there are people who, and if they be honest, when you see us doing this work that we do, there were people who would say to me, man, y'all had the nerve to put the message on TV? You're not scared to do this? I mean, in private, we doing a great job.
Yeah.
Now, Malcolm died broke. You understand? And people say, well, that shows because he was so divine and good. But the first thing a Negro was promised was money, good homes and friendships and all walks of life. Meaning if he lived right, he disciplined himself. He was never a consumer, but he understood what a provider was. That was in accord with his teaching.
Yes.
And I'm saying that he went to sleep.
Okay.
He took other people to sleep. You can love him all you want, but I guarantee you, once you fall, recognize the Elijah Muhammad, that love will diminish.
I recognize. Let me ask you it in a different way.
Yeah, I do that.
Did any good come from Malcolm?
Yes,
I'm talking about
for 12 years.
Okay.
For 12, listen. That man took the word of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he fought on behalf of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He defended him for 12 years.
Okay.
Malcolm, in his own word, he said he saw the impact, not just what it did for him, but what it had on others.
Yes, sir.
You understand? He said when I met him, I was a wayward, backward person that had no religious pursuits. I didn't want to be nothing. This is him talking.
Yes, sir.
But when I got this teaching, he stood me up. He made me something that I couldn't make myself. It was the word.